All right, I want to give you an update on the early mail-in and in-person votes that have been cast nationally so far. This is as of less than an hour ago, and we are on the 18th of October right now. All right, 9:45 a.m. in California time. So these were just updated. We have 8,922,512 mail-in and early in-person votes cast nationally already. 50% of them were Democratic votes, 34% of them were Republican votes, and 16% were independent votes, which means if we're breaking. So that's the early voting for Democrats, 4,461,256, and 34% for the Republicans is 3,033,654. The independents are 1,427,601. So far it's going well for the Democrats in general. Now, if we look at the entire requested nationally mail-in voting and in-person voting based on the actual registration to party that is going on, it's 40,193,073 were requested, out of which 46% were Democrat, 29% were Republican, and 25% were independent, which would mean the 46% equates to 18,488,813 votes. The 29% of the GOP votes in the total requested are 11,655,991. Now, the 25% of independent, now this is the important part. This is 10,048,268. Now, that's requested nationally by independent voters. That's 10 million. Now, think about that. In 2020, just to keep it in perspective, there was 155,506,285 votes total. Out of those votes, 81,282,916 were for Joe Biden. 74,223,369 were for Donald Trump, which left a difference of 7,059,547 votes. That's what they won by, what President Biden won by. Now, out of that, 54% said they voted in person. So out of that 155 million, 83,973,393 votes voted in person out of that 155 million. So based on that, all right, we're talking about 46% being mail-in from 2020. Right now, there are bigger numbers than that. It's about 30-40% were going mail-in based on these numbers. We have 40 million requested mail-in votes for 2024. 40 million requested votes out of 155 total voters in 2020. So we're already getting up there. We're almost 30%. So their numbers are going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to be a clearer vision of what a true democracy should look out by numbers. There are so many games being played by the Republicans. We all need to be very, very careful. Some of these swing voters, some of these independent voters, some of these people that are on the fence are falling for instance, a thing that was just discovered with one of these PACs that have all these seemingly pro-Kamala Harris types of things. And it's written to the way where it's a very specific psychological manipulation where 3/4 of what they produce on this website that's supposed to be pro-Kamala Harris website is actually aligns with the sound bites that are out there. And then they brilliantly, for manipulation and negative purposes, plant things like mandatory buyback on firearms to manipulate. So these last-minute voters, these independents, which make up for a very, very, very large swath, 25% of the mail-in, is more than enough for the difference in the last election. We're only talking 7 million votes that Biden won by. This election by numbers, the difference should at least be tripled. I want to see more than 200 million people voting in this election, and it looks like it may happen. But we need to pay attention that it looks good for the Democrats, but we can't be complacent. There are a lot of dirty tricks being played by Trump and his people and Elon Musk and the Republicans on every way. So we need to take care of that. We need to keep an eye on that, and we need to be very, very careful. But vote blue all the way down ticket. That is the only way we can guarantee further democracy in our country, and it's the only way we can actually get freedom back for the women, and make sure that they are protected as they should be, and that we as people, as a country, are united and protect each other like we should. We don't want to become North Korea. We don't want to become Russia. We don't want to become one of those. And no, it's not hyperbole. Listen to the words of the candidates. Vote for your best bet. And if you still think that's Trump, you're not doing your homework. Jack Smith just released a whole bunch more information. And it's fact-based. And it's supported. And the evidence is there. So read it before you vote. That 25% of the independents is enough to do it. Stay diligent, stay educated, be kind. We are all in this together. I will keep you updated on this. I will be reading Jack Smith's new release for the appendix of evidence today at around 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. God bless.